Yeah,
So,
I can start.
Rahul, start.
So yeah, I think the first, the best thing was that the approach was more hands-on. Like it was not just theory. Um, Consistently, we were sent to breakout rooms. Consistently, those discussions were held to consolidate the concepts that we have learned. So, be it just a discussion or be it role plays. Um, this is the first takeaway. Second, um, generally we miss the structure, when we try to problem solve for the client. And somewhere we are lost. So I think this structured method gives us a direction, whenever we feel lost. Um, Thirdly, because we were discussing our own issues here, many of them, got resolved. A part of them, not completely. So that was another added benefit, sort of free session partially. uh, so yeah, and um, yeah, very simple nuances that we tend to miss, especially about the suppression of emotion in the when then statement. These are few mistakes that as therapists we might all tend to do. So I mean the awareness of those mistakes and learning and unlearning what we have been through before. So I think all of this helped. Yeah, thank you, Nitin.
Super. Perfect. Who would like to go next?
Can I go, please?
Yes, Linda.
So first of all, sir, thank you for conducting this session. And both the days, it's been much more interactive, where there were no PPTs at all, like as compared to other workshops, which is less interactive. Here, as Rahul said, we were sent to our breakout rooms. Also, we addressed our own problems and concerns as well. After COVID, most of us are into the phase of procrastination, and today we actually got a chance to focus on those points of procrastinating points. Also, something that I actually saw, being a fresher who just passed out in this year, where we had an experience of practically doing it in colleges. This was way different, and I would suggest it should be there in colleges where we have been taught how counseling sessions should take place, because we have been taught in a much more vague manner, whereas this is much more structured, which also helps us to maintain a good documentation. I suppose this is also used in abroad settings, and that's why their counseling settings are given much more importance as compared to India. So here I have learned something is way structured documentation. It's very helpful. Also, if there's someone who would refer the case, they wouldn't be all around the bush. They would be on point and they would understand very much structured. Also, we have learned that we shouldn't share the notes or show our notes to the clients, etc. But here it actually taught me that sharing and showing the notes to the clients would make it much more easier for them to understand, and also cut down the time, and our work would be more effective. So thank you, sir, for giving us this opportunity and conducting the session.
Welcome. Thank you.
I can go next. So I feel like this really helped bring about a consistency in practice. Like we're often confused about where to start or what to do, but this really puts things in perspective. Also, this was very compatible with all the means of therapy. So it doesn't mean that someone has to change their style of therapy or learn new techniques altogether. This actually incorporates everything in a very consistent and structured way. And I really like how it always maps the progress in therapy for both the therapist and the client so that everyone can see where they're going. And I think since all the questions were asked to the client, the therapist bias was something that was really addressed by this method, which was something that was not addressed by other therapies that we've learned, the conventional methods, where we are the ones who are doing more talking. And yes, it does highlight parts of the therapy. Sorry. It does highlight certain parts of therapy process that are very basic, but that get ignored by us. Like, so I think that really helps me to be a refined psychologist in the future. And this was about my key takeaways and about my experience. I had an amazing, incredible experience. I don't think I've ever switched on my video for the entire time in any other workshop, because it's very theoretical and something that feels repetitive. But this workshop taught me everything that was completely new to me in a very structured way that I will remember. And thank you so much, Nitin sir, because you addressed so many questions. Like, we had so many questions and you addressed them without, like, I've often noticed that in psychology, people don't want to share knowledge oftentimes, like the practical ones. So thank you so much for being supportive.
You're welcome. Who would like to go next?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yeah. So Nitin, so like I said yesterday, approach moved from problem to problem solving to how a person will feel when the problem is worked on, right? Yeah. So rather than just sticking to a problem solving was the best part. So basically, towards the end of the session, getting to the problem solving procedure. So when client moves out of the office, he'll have a really different mindset, right? And what I feel now is this is more of a holistic view of a person overall about the problem. When we ask him about, okay, what are the some things that are related to you, um, doesn't matter if it is related to your problem or not. So this, it gives us a complete holistic view of a person. Okay, we know about, okay, what are his expectations from session. And so basically the charge is given to client, okay, the authority is given to client. So what I feel is this was a more client centered approach, okay, and this was something new. And about the structure, okay, so now we are really confident about the structure of session and the case formulation, case presentation also. So yeah, this is the major takeaway. So yeah, there is a structure to a case formulation, case presentation, and sessions. Yeah,
Super.
that's it.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, Nitin sir.
Yeah, I can go next. So this entire structured approach brings a lot of clarity to both the client and the therapist. So I have functioned earlier in a little unstructured manner. So this thing was new for me, but I realized that this is more efficient. It saves the time of both the therapist and the client. So that was important. It also gives proof to the client and the therapist that we have come from here to here, which does get lacking sometimes. I mean, the client says that हाँ अभी पहले से बेहतर लग रहा है, but when you compare it, it's really helpful. And the thing about writing the entire thing, I realized that if we have to go for supervision or if we have to go for doubt solving, it is there written, so it kind of simplifies the entire process. I enhanced my understanding about a few concepts like the when then. I really appreciate the time, effort, and patience that you put in the various programs that you do. So gratitude and thank you a lot.
Thank you. Who would like to go next?
Thank you, sir. This is something we are not aware about it. This is something very different which we are doing right now in our counseling. So this is, I must say, this is very good. Thank you.
Thank you. Who wants to go next?
I guess I will go.
Yes, ma'am.
So it was a wonderful workshop, undoubtedly, it goes without saying. So first of all, I would like to thank you so much for this amazing initiative. You are doing it for the whole fraternity, I would say, of all the psychologists. So it's really wonderful to have someone doing that. And then it's great to have a mentorship, through such workshops. It becomes even more helpful when we are working alone independently. I guess most of us work alone. So, it's really great when somebody is there to guide you. And for me personally, I would say not only everything has got refreshed, because I'm working in this field, from a couple of years, but then, at times you really need someone to just refresh the whole memory and refresh the whole process for you. It becomes so helpful. And then definitely I feel I'm going to be even more efficient also. So thank you so much.
So, thank you.
Yeah, I would like to go next. So it was really good experience. Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir. Because I'm just fresher, so I really don't know how to start, how to do, and I have lots and lots of questions. And now I'm clear like how to go about, and now I'm confident enough to at least apply for it. And I hope I will be working under you, sir, to get training more and like yeah, looking forward.
Sure. Perfect. Thank you.
Yes, sir, I would like to go next. So even like Kritika and Mitisha, I'm also a fresher, so I was very not sure, but this was such a structured way that it actually helped us to realize like how much time should we give in rapport, and like from rapport to intervention, like how to go about things. And so it was it and the main takeaway was to not only just take it from you, but to actually be able to practice it in the breakout room, and to see how it actually goes, and the real performance, if you can able to do it. And you taught so much, like there was not just one way you taught us, and with all the patience you took our questions and solved all the problems. It was very nice, like it was very good. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.